Shalom, Israel. It's going down. It's that time again. Come join us at the 49th annual Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yabba Shem Shepakatah. That's Priest Captain Kadar coming out of California telling all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be at the Lord's 49th annual Passover 2018. Yonkers, New York is going down.
Come join us March 30th at sundown. All Israel is invited for the 49th annual Feast of the Passover, brought to you by Commandant General Yohana and the Isupk. So you better not miss it. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashem Yoshai Brakatah. Yahweh Shema Atah Bashem Yoshai to all the sisters. Captain 13,000, the Caliber Rhyme in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. You already know what time it is, the 49th annual Passover. Back around, I'm here with the head of the Isupk, Commander General Yohana. Y'all about to appreciate you coming down. If you didn't mind, sir, if you could just explain to everybody what we doing out here. We out here at the Bellotti Farm. Once again, y'all remember it last year. You can just break it down for everybody what we doing out here today.
Today is another historical day to come on out because, again, we in a historical year. Every year, the entire nation of Israel, as you read in the Bible, got together to celebrate that Passover when we got up out of Egypt. And let me tell you something, man. I don't care if you in the truth or not in the Isupk, or if you in the world or whatever. If you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you might think this is just a small thing, but this is super big. Because taking on this culture is how you get out of the hell that you in. You hearing about these white people killing us. You hearing about this racist son of a bitch in the White House. You hearing about all the killing we doing to one another. And you say to yourself, man, how did we get up out of this? By coming back to our identity. And so what we doing is showing, the whole reason we putting this on tape, we do this every year. Every year I get that lamb over to General Muhammad and he smokes it up.
That's right.
And feeds an entire nation of people. All them people you see at the Passover piled up in there are being fed by brothers who are doing this so independently of the white man. See, we come out to the farm and get this lamb independent of the white man, independent of all his drugs he put inside the animals, man.
That's right.
Independent of everything that he does. And why do you need it? You need it, one, because it's your identity and your culture, which you would never believe it is, but it is. And two, because it's going to give you a lesson. It's going to give everybody a lesson of God on how we start walking away from the captivity we've been in for 400 years.
Right.
And this is exactly what Moses did. If you search the scriptures, it tells you that Moses started taking the people out of the Egyptian culture. And the Pharaoh got mad and said, why are you stopping the people from working? Moses was stopping them from working because he was making them independent. So when you come out here, some of you ain't never even been on a farm before. You don't even know what it's like to get up next time. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm from the Bronx.
Right.
First time mowing them took me out there to the farm to see the animal. I ain't want to touch it. I ain't want to come there. I was like, I don't know what this is.
Right.
Because I ain't never been that close to a sheep. So, but then, of course, over time, you learn how to be free. This is a sense of freedom. Just walking out on your own earth, sitting in your own barn, looking at your own animals is just such a sense of freedom from Esau, man.
Right.
Freedom from that supermarket. And you need that identity and culture. And let me tell you something else. It motivates a brother and a sister to want to help and build themselves. And it's you know what else it does too? It also teaches you how to care for your own. Because when you got to do stuff on your own like this, you start to realize how much you need every brother and sister.
Right.
And then you start working in that spirit. And then once you start working in that spirit, you're going to find out the Lord going to open up all kind of stuff to you, get you away from the world and all that, man. So this is what it is. We did this every year. Christ said this. For all the haters, I heard it was so much hate on us last year for killing them lambs, man. When I said on the tape last year how this is not the actual sacrifice, but this is a rehearsal of that sacrifice, okay? And this rehearsal, Christ said this. He said, as often as you will, do this in remembrance of me. That was to eat that bread and drink that wine, which was that Passover. So as often as we can, man, we to do this, man. So we come out here every year, bring the brothers and sisters fresh lamb, you understand, cooked right on point. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have me a little up in the freezer waiting on me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rock the whole unleavened bread. 7 days, I'm gonna be lambing and breading for 7 days. So let's go on inside, take a look at these lambs, and maybe get a couple words in, all right? So what? What do you?
Cuz I remember you saying one time we was riding out here last year about how, like in the inner city, like those are the slave quarters, like the inner city where we all bunched up and on top of each other.
Exactly. They designed them like that.
Right. And
go ahead.
so I ain't even cut you off, and just saying how when we came out here and drove out here, how Esau got his land, and this all he need. He don't need no corner store.
You right. He got his land. He got, if you notice, in almost every backyard out here, and we should get some footage out here, in every yard back here, they got a greenhouse made with that plastic over it. And they growing their vegetables and their fruits out here. And you understand, and they growing it non-GMO, and they growing it fresh, and they eating good and feeding their kids good. A couple of the brothers on our way in here, a couple of the brothers broke off. We wondering where they dipping off. Do we put the call in? What's going on? The general came up and told us that some of the brothers broke off to get them some fresh raw goat milk. Right. I said, damn, you know what I'm saying? They getting the fresh milk, unpasteurized, no hormones in it.
Right.
Because that's all a part of you coming back to your identity, building yourself back up, becoming a man again. All this old man, let me tell you something, man, it's extreme hate on the manhood of a black man now. That old stinking rat movie, Black Panther, it was horrible. It was an attack directly on the spirit of the black man. And things like this are absolutely necessary to bring the kids out. That's why you hear the kids in the background. Brothers is bringing their kids out to experience this and to see this and to get their spirit free and up in the spirit of we got to be responsible for our own identity. Right. You understand? We can't go to the white man, you understand, to have our high holy days. He'll suppress them high holy days and have you celebrating Christmas, spending $1 billion with him every year. Right. You understand? Celebrating Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving and all that other garbage. What about the Lord's Day? The Lord's Day will get kicked the hell on out the door. And that we can't have, you know what I'm saying? Right. And how do we not let that be eliminated? By raising up strong brothers and sisters who know how to step out here independently and get these things, man. So let's take a look at some of these lambs.
Wow, they look nice too. This year they had a whole slew of choices, all type of coats on them.
See, this is
brown one right here.
See, this is before you get to the supermarket.
Right.
Man.
Got this one with this thick coat over there. Like you were saying, so it's so heavy. Like Jake down in the inner city had never come out here and experience, you know what I'm saying, this type. And then once you go and actually put it to death, like that's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, icing on the top, you know what I mean, to be able to actually do the traditions that we used to do as priests.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like the priests had to do that and had to kill, tens of thousands of lambs for that Passover. Eventually, that's what's going to happen again. Like the Lord gonna wake this nation up. Like turn on a music video, a black music video. The average black music video got like 10 million hits.
Right.
Now that's 10 million people looking at that video because of how great our culture is. Now imagine when we wake up as a people and start having the Passover. You're gonna have 10 million lambs have to be killed.
Right.
You understand? 10 million lambs gonna have to be raised and then killed just to have that Passover. So that's what the Lord is bringing back. And we got some cows back here too, man. Some steaks, you know what I mean, and all that.
Prepare slaughter. We about to bombard their whole operation. Certified priest, prophesying this my occupation. This shit outrageous. They done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UPK style. Can't stop now. Father's warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these chickens. About to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling killers, you gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Tell them devils that the end is near. Slaughter, slaughter. Now they shook from vicious words out this handbook. Bound to take these rappers back to school. My flow standing hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow. And hand down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag in a badge. I see hordes in a pitchfork. So please believe it. The white man is a demon. And I ain't gon' go with him to freedom. They beat us till we they color purple. That's why this night till they bout like ceiling. You got this nigga on this knee. They wanna have peace. We screaming let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she please. As I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking to you. Slaughter, 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 slaughter. That they do not ride. Slaughter, 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 slaughter. That they do not ride. And fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin. You gon' die.
Join us for the 49th annual Passover. Yonkers, New York, March 30th. We're going to get it in. Do it for righteousness' sake. Do it for our King, Yahweh Shai. Come on down. Listen, man, the brotherhood and sisterhood is the most important. This is the time of year to bring that brotherhood together and sisterhood together and make it the strongest. The 49th annual Passover. Join us in Yonkers, Isupk. Oh, man, what a night. Give it up.
Shalom, Israel. It's going down. It's that time again. Come join us at the 49th annual Passover.
Shalom, this is Captain Roger Zahn of the Isupk down here in Atlanta, Georgia, inviting you to the Isupk's 49th annual Passover. You understand? Passover this year will be held on March 30th at the Roosevelt Ballroom. It's the 2nd Hudson Street, Yonkers, New York. And we inviting all blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to this year's Passover in the spirit of brotherhood. That's what the Passover is about. That's what the Isupk is about. It's brotherhood. You understand? Me personally, I'm going to be bringing all of Atlanta, Georgia. Captain Malakwa will be bringing out Chicago. Captain Gaddaha will be bringing out all of California. You understand? We're going to get it in. We're going to get it in the spirit of brotherhood. And in the spirit of brotherhood, you understand? You can't fit the bill. You understand? Passover is $200 per person, per family. If you cannot fit that bill, Commander General Yohana will pay it for you. If you need help with transportation, Commander General Yohana will pay that for you. You understand? Just contact your nearest camp leader or your captain in your city. You understand? Like I said, I got Officer Yamayan here with me. I got Officer Tazahad, Officer Abaria. You understand? We're going to be bringing all of Atlanta, all of Georgia to this year's Passover.
Come join us March 30th at sundown. All Israel is invited for the 49th annual Feast of the Passover. Brought to you by Commander General Yohana and the Isupk. So you better not miss it. Shalom.